that additional Excel and public speaking classes from 10th onwards. I request you, I put these things also in your WhatsApp groups. I request you to kindly go through and enroll the things. The same speaker is going to deal about the public speaking, and Sharon sir is a famous Excel specialist. He is a chartered accountant. He is going to deal about the Excel. So make use of that opportunity. Thank you, one and all, and over to our resource person Satish Garu for continuing the third day of the session. Thank you, sir, and over to you.
Yeah. So good morning, friends. Welcome to day 3. So before we start, if anybody is celebrating their birthday today, I wish them a very happy birthday. So let's start the session. Welcome to day 3. Before we start the session, let's do a quick recap and we'll continue from there. All right. So friends, as usual, 3 things should happen. 1, you must be able to see me. 2, you must be able to hear my voice. And 3, the slide should be visible clearly. If all 3 are happening, type 3 in the chat box, please.
Sir, they are very active in your session.
Right.
Before you said to type 3 in the chat box, they started typing.
Very nice. Yeah. Nice. Good. So friends, thank you for your wonderful response. So let's quickly recap, friends, and then we'll continue from there. So we are learning how to be a smart student, right? So we understood that smart students follow 10 powerful secrets. They follow 4 secrets when it comes to classroom. They follow 3 secrets at home, 2 on a holiday, and 1 in the exam hall. And so totally it comes to 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, 10 powerful secrets. Good news, yesterday we already covered the 4 secrets of classroom. We understood that the first secret is magnet. How to now students take subject like iron, but if you can be a magnet, you can grasp subject faster. How do you do it? Very simple. At night before you sleep, you'll take out your textbooks, and tomorrow's lesson, you will quickly go through the lesson that they'll be teaching you tomorrow, like news headlines. And it creates brain impressions. So next day when you sit in the classroom, your brain will be in comparison and you'll experience 92% concentration. And all it takes is just 60 seconds per subject. So that's magnet. The second strategy we learned is hot, right? When the classes get over, when the teacher leaves, before the next teacher arrives, we generally have a small gap. And what do we do in that gap? Majority of students, we waste time. But smart students are different. They understand the power of that gap. When the iron is hot, you can bend it easily. When the subject is hot, you should revise it quickly. So that's what they understand. So the moment the teacher leaves, when everybody is wasting time, they are smart students. They quickly recap. They swim through the topics. They don't mug up. They don't mug up. They don't by heart. They just swim through the topics so that it sticks to their mind. So please make sure you revise when the subject is hot. So that's the second strategy. And then we learned the third strategy, and that's POT, where POT stands for power of teaching. Smart students don't just stop with hot. They learn like a magnet, they revise when it's hot, but they also use the power of teaching because they know power of teaching has got 4 advantages. It makes your brain to organize information in a logical structure. It helps you to improve your conceptual clarity. When you use the power of teaching, it improves your communication skill. Plus also you'll move from knowledge to wisdom level. So that's why power of teaching, smart students apply consistently. And finally, the fourth technique is parking lot. The way you park your cars in the shopping malls, the same way we park our questions on the last page of your textbook or notebook so that no questions are left unanswered. Every small and big doubt will be clarified. So you'll have totality of understanding of each chapter. And that's very important before we start studying, right? So that's magnet hot pot parking lot. And then that finishes our classroom secrets. Then yesterday we moved to home secrets. I told you in homes, we have three very powerful strategies how to study at home. And we call that system as the smart study system. This is also called the stressless study system, where there are three simple steps you have to follow. Starting today, my friends, whenever you study for your upcoming examinations, not just for this exam, any exam you want to attend in the future, this strategy works like magic, right? So what are the three steps? We call them SPA, SPA, where S stands for small slice, P stands for PM, and A stands for ultimate power. A doesn't start with ultimate power. What is A? We'll discuss today, right? So let's start with small slice. Small slice. Now, what is small slice? How do we eat a cake? Definitely not like that. We eat one small slice at a time. The same way, my friends, yesterday we talked about organized brain and a disorganized brain. If you just keep dumping the whole day information, you might be feeling you're preparing well for the examination, but in the exam hall, your mind finds difficult to gather information from that dump, right? So that's why you need to make sure you make your brain an organized one. How do you do it? That's what smart set system will do for you. So how do we do it? Step one is small slice, which is called max 30. Whenever you study, please make sure you study in the chunk of 30 minutes. 30 minutes, take a small break, 30 minutes break. That's how we do it. Now, why? Why 30 minutes? Because yesterday we understood the concentration graph of the human mind. We understood what happens if you study for 4 hours continuously. Because it's a V-shaped graph, the concentration comes very low. If you so On the other hand, if you study for with a break of every 1 hour, the graph looks like this, the blue line there, right? So which means if you study for every 1 hour and take a small break, your concentration cannot come below 71. But if you study continuously, we understood yesterday it can go as low as 17, right? And I'm not even suggesting you 1 hour. I said magic 30 or max 30, which means we'll take a break after every half an hour, which means the graph looks like the green line there. Your concentration cannot come below 92%, friends, and that's the beauty of studying in small slices. We covered it till here. So we covered it till here yesterday. So clear so far? Just type yes in the chat box, please. Very nice. Good. So yesterday I told you. So now we have a clear logic as to why we must study in small slices. Because the more time you study, the more you're bringing the graph down. So please make sure you study in small slices. But now the question is, how do we study in that small size powerfully? As I told you yesterday, we know what to study. We all know what to study, but we do not know how to study scientifically. So if you want to make your brain organized, if you want to use each small slice, each 30-minute study pattern, if you want to make it powerful, you need to follow 5 simple tips, right? So what are those 5 tips? I said we'll discuss about it today. So let's continue from there. Again, I repeat, my friends, if you observe, my friends, what we took 2 hours to learn yesterday, we revised in less than 5 minutes today, right? So that's the beauty of revision. Revision always takes less time. Remember that point. Yeah. So can you explain the graph again? Very simple, friends. So this is called the concentration graph. It's a V-shaped graph. So if you study for 4 hours, it's a V shape, is a symmetrical shape. So it's like you cut V shape, it comes into 2 halves, right? So 2 equal parts. So because it's a V shape, if you study for 4 hours, what happens? 2 hours, the graph goes down. 2 hours, the graph goes up. Because it has got 2 hours time to go down, you'll start at 5 o'clock, you'll have 100% concentration. But after 2 hours, by 7 o'clock, it slowly come down, it will come to 17, right? It almost collapses to 17. And again, it rises up, it goes back to 100. Because study for 4 hours, it has got opportunity to go as low as possible. But if you study for 1 hour, in 1 hour brackets, it can't come so low because it can only come half an hour down, it has to go half an hour up. In half an hour, it can't cover a long distance, right? So it comes to 71, it will go back to 100. But if you study for just half an hour, 15 minutes down, 15 minutes up, that's all it can do, right? So in 15 minutes, it cannot go it can't go down, so it goes to 92. It has to take a U-turn and come up to 100 again. So which means if you study in half an hour slots, your concentration cannot come below 92, my friends. right? So, okay, if it isn't, okay, fine. So now, friends, any questions on whatever is covered so far? We'll just answer those questions in the question and answer session, right? So today, let's continue with the topics I'm supposed to cover. Questions, I'll take care of it in the Q&A session. Yeah, thank you. Good. So friends, let's move on. Now the question is, how do we study in this 30 minutes so effectively that it gets organized in your brain? 5 tips. Please make note of them. Put the side heading, how to study powerfully during the small slice. Put the side heading, how to study powerfully during the small slice. So now that we decided to study for 30 minutes, let's see how we can study so scientifically so it gets organized. Step 1, please write down. So how to study effectively during this 30 minutes slot in the small slice. 5 simple tips. Tip 1, write down, set an inspiring ambience. Tip 1, my friend, please write down, set an inspiring ambience. What is ambience, friends? Type your answers in the chat, please. What is ambience? Okay, yeah, environment, the location, surroundings. Exactly, you're right. So please make sure that you set an inspiring ambience. Now here's a psychological fact, friends. Here's how your mind works. Psychologically, it's been proven that your mind is conditioned to behave in a certain way depending on the ambience. I repeat, human mind is conditioned to behave in a certain way depending on the ambience you are in. Let me give an example. Suppose, friends, you type your answers. What if you go to a playground? What do you feel like doing? Type your answers, please. If you go to a playground, what do you feel like doing? Right. If you go to a library, what do you feel like doing? If you go to a library, what do you feel like doing? Good. If you go to a party, what do you feel like doing? If you go to a party, what do you feel like doing? Exactly. If you go to a bed, what do you feel like doing? If you go to a bed, what do you feel like doing? Very good. See, the point is simple. Your mind is conditioned to behave in a certain way depending on the ambience, right? So that's a psychological fact. So if you go to a playground, you don't sit and read there. If you go to a library, you don't dance there, right? If you go to a bed, you don't start eating there. Why? Because every place you go to, the ambience you are in, the mind is conditioned to behave in a certain way. Type yes or no. So my dear friends, understand this. If that is the case, you need to make sure that if you really want to excel in your academics, this November exam, if you want to really crack it, then when you go to a place where you study at home, you need to make sure that you create an ambience there where when you sit there, your mind should feel like reading. The way your mind feels like playing in the playground, the way your mind feels like dancing in the party, the same way your mind should feel like studying when you go to the ambience. So at your home, you got to first, my dear friends, set an inspiring ambience, right? So that's what the smart students do, by the way. But when I say inspiring ambience, at your home, if you have a separate room, nothing like it. But even if you don't have a separate room, wherever you study at home, there are a few do's and don'ts you need to follow to make it inspiring ambience. So please make note of it. So how to make your ambience inspiring ambience? Let me tell you what you should have at your ambience. Okay, yeah, how to set inspiring ambience, right? So there are a few do's and don'ts. Let's look at what you must have in the ambience first, then we'll look at what you should not have in the ambience. The first one you must have in the ambience, friends, is preferably, write down number 1, write down, preferably table and chair. Preferably table and chair. Friends, if you don't have one, don't go and buy it today. Not necessary. This is preferably, okay, not a must. If you have a table and chair, get used to sitting on a table and chair and reading, right? If you don't have it, you can sit on the floor, totally fine. Okay, but preferably table and chair. Number 2, write down clock. Number 2, clock to remind you. Write down number 2, clock to remind you that your time is ticking. Second one, you got to have in your ambience a clock to remind you that the time is ticking. I repeat, a clock to remind you that your time is ticking. My dear friends, please understand that the tick tock of the clock is not just the clock ticking, it's your life ticking, isn't it? So you need to have a reminder like that. Number 3, is a calendar. Write down number 3. The third thing you must have in your ambience is a calendar. Write down number 3, a calendar to remind you about the upcoming exams. Number 3 is a calendar to remind you about the upcoming examinations. Friends, I'm going to give you a list of things you must have in the ambience. I'm sure some of you already have some of them. If you already have them, fantastic. And those you do not have, please add them to your ambience, right? Number 4, you need to have 2 water bottles. This may look funny, but it's important. Number 4, please write down 2 water bottles. Friends, do you know this? You know, when we go out and play in the ground, when we play cricket or we'll run and we'll play something, we get exhausted. When we come back after playing, we drink water. We all do that, right? So when you're physically exhausted, we drink water. But what we don't realize, my friends, even when you're mentally exhausted, you need water. Please ensure that you have at least 2 bottles of water in your ambience, right? I know what happens for most students. They sit to study and then they feel thirsty, right? Then they get up from the ambience, they go to the kitchen, they start drinking water, and then they'll start looking around and, they get deviated, right? So please make sure you have at least 2 bottles of water available at your ambience. Good. The next one you need to have, sounds simple, but very important. Write down good ventilation. Good ventilation. Please write down. You need to make sure, my friends, you have a bright light available. You have a preferably natural light, or else at least a bright light. Ventilation, good air, good ventilation is must. Do you know, my friends, the lighting decides your mood. If you're sitting in a dim light, the chances are your concentration can slowly come down. So please make sure you have good ventilation. The next one you need to have, most important, put a star mark and write down your target, your upcoming target in color. I repeat, your upcoming target in color. This is a must. Okay, your upcoming target in color. What do we mean? Friends, this exam, November exam, you're gonna appear now. What's your target? How many marks do you want to get? What's your percentage you are expecting? Are you expecting a rank? If yes, what rank do you want? Friends, you got to clearly take a white sheet using sketch pens, using color, write your target big and clear and stick it in your ambience. Please understand, my friends. Let me give you a very simple example. Look at me, friends. Look at my hand. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Type it in your in the chat, okay? This empty hand, okay? Okay, friends, look at this empty hand. This empty hand, I close it now. Can anyone come and take a 5 rupees coin from this? I repeat, just an empty hand, I close it. Can someone come and take a 5 rupees coin from this? Absolutely no, unless you're a magician. No, right? Good. Now the question is, why can you not take it? Why can't you take it? Why can't you take a 5 rupees coin? Okay, why can't you take a 5 rupees coin from my hand? Very good, because simple logic, because it's empty, right? It's not there, isn't it, friends? Simple logic. If it's not there, you cannot take it. Yes or no? Please understand this, my friends. If it's not here, you can't take it. If it's not here, it can't do it. I repeat, it's this simple logic. If it's not here, you cannot take it. The same way, if it's not here, it cannot do it, friends. Please understand this. If you have a 5 rupees coin here, only then you can take it. If you have a goal here, only then your brain can do it. Please understand this logic, friends. Yeah, only when it's here, you can take it. Similarly, only when it's in your brain, it can do it for you. And the way you tell your brain is by putting a goal in front of it. Does it make sense? Type yes. You got to show your mind, my friends. You got to show your mind what you want to achieve. Your mind is one of the most fascinating machines you possess in front of you. You have it in you. One of the most fascinating machines, but it can only work the way you want it to work when you show exactly what you want. Please remember, clarity is power. I repeat, clarity is power. You've got to show with clarity what you want to your mind, and then it starts working towards it. So please make sure in your ambience, you take a white paper in with a lot of beautiful colors, make it colorful, write your target or goal for your upcoming exams and stick it in your ambience. Now that's called a target in color. The next thing you must have in your ambience, please make a note of it, and that is an inspiring poster or a quote. Please make a note of it. The next thing you must have in your ambience is an inspiring poster or a quote, right? These things look simple, but they're important because you're creating an ambience, friends. You're creating an inspiring ambience there, right? An inspiring quote or an inspiring poster or a quote, right? The next one, please write down. The next one you need to have is sketch pens handy. Please have some sketch pens handy. You know why? We know route map. A is attractive colors. So whenever you read something, when some important points come across, make sure you highlight them with some sketch pens or highlighters. Make the books colorful, right? So sketch pens handy. And the next one, friends, next point, write down, keep the ambience organized, neat, and tidy. Please make sure the ambience you're sitting in, please try to make it as organized, neat, and tidy as possible. Please understand this, friends. You are trying to make your brain organized, right? If we're trying to make your brain organized, you can't sit in a messy place and try to make brain organized. It doesn't work that way. If the brain has voice, it will scold you. Your brain will say, you are so messy, you want me to be organized, is what it'll ask you. So please make sure you make your ambience, your steady ambience, organized, neat, and tidy, and then it actually reflects in your mind, and I'll teach you how to make it organized, by the way. The next point, friends, please make note of it. Please maintain the right body posture. This may sound silly, but you have no idea the impact it has on your brain. Please maintain the right body posture. Right? When you sit, friends, when you sit to study, we're studying for just half an hour, but that half an hour, you got to maintain the right body posture. We'll do a small activity now. I want everybody to participate here. Friends, I cannot see you, but please actively participate, right? I'm gonna do a small act. We'll do a small activity now. I want every one of you right now, wherever you are, I want every one of you to right now sit as if you're very, very lazy. Please act. Sincerely, do it sincerely. Act like you're very lazy now. Just sit like you're very, very lazy. You're very tired. You're feeling very weak. You have no mood to do anything now. Just sit in a very lazy mode. Friends, just imagine. If you're really doing it there, if you're really sitting like that, friends, just think of this in that state of mind. When you're so lazy, so down, so weak, so tired, in that state of mind, friends, if I give you a tough task now, can you do it? Type your answers, please. If you just imagine, if you're really that lazy, that tired, that weak, if I give you a tough task, can you do it? Absolutely no. Very good. Thanks for the answer. Good. Now, my dear friends, let's do one more acting. I want every one of you to now to sit right now like you're energetic. Really do it. Really do this, friends. Sit like you're very energetic, highly energy, pumping with energy. Sit like that. Breathe like you're energetic. You're unstoppable. Just imagine this. You're really unstoppable. Sit like that. Breathe like that. You're like powerful, really powerful now, very energetic, highly motivated, unstoppable. Sit like that. Just imagine if you're really in that state of mind now. Just imagine in the state of mind now, if I give you a tough task, can you do it? Yes or no? See the difference? Beautiful. Thank you everyone for acting so very spontaneously. I think some of you should go to movies. Okay, anyways. So friends, now my point here. My question, a very important question now. We did one activity now. Two phases. Phase one, I said sit lazily. Phase two, I said sit with energy. Question to all of you, friends. I can bet with you, though I did not see you. I can bet with you in these two examples I gave you, you changed your body posture. Yes or no? Type your answer, please. I only said sit lazy and I said sit active, but I'm sure you just changed your body posture. Maybe when I said sit lazily, you sat like this. Maybe you sat like weak. I didn't ask you to do this, right? I only said sit lazily. I didn't say change your body posture, but I'm sure you all just did this, okay? And when I said sit with energy, you all sat straight and you all sat as if you're erect and straight. Agree, friends? Yes or no? Why? Why do you have to change your body posture when you have to change your mood? You know why? Your body posture decides how your brain works, friends. Understand this. Your body posture decides how you use your brain. Your motion decides your mood. You know that? Your motion is motion decides your emotion. And if you want to have a high inspiring emotion, if you want to study effectively, you got to maintain right body posture. That's why that point is a part of set an inspiring ambience. Make sense? Type yes. So please maintain a right body posture, my friends. Don't sleep and read. Okay, don't just fall and read. Don't do that. That way, you're doing injustice to your time and yourself. Okay, right to the next point, friends, in body posture. The next point, light instrumental music. Next point, write down light instrumental music. Now, this point is not for every one of you. Okay, this point is not for all of you. Some of you friends, I see students, some of the students, they have this habit of listening to music while they study, right? Some students have this habit. If you are one of them, yeah, correct. So if you are one of them, if you have this habit of listening to music and songs while you study, then what I suggest is, instead of songs and music like that, try to have a light instrumental music. There are two conditions to the music you listen. If you're studying and listening to music, nothing wrong with music at the background, but the music should not have two things. The first thing is it should not have beats. Second thing, it should not have lyrics. I'll tell you why. If the music has got beats, your body starts swaying, right? So you change your body posture, right? So you start tapping your feet. So beats will distract. It will make you get into a better mood of dancing than studying. And lyrics, okay, if there's a song, okay, if it got some songs, and if it's the lyrics, then your mind starts thinking about the meaning of the lyrics. Again, you get distracted. So if you really want to have some music, definitely yes, possible, but please make sure you have some light instrumental music, right? If you go to YouTube, you get a lot of options. Like if you go and type in YouTube relaxing music or music to study, you get a lot of options there. So you can pick one, but it should be light instrumental music. My dear friends, if you're not used to listening to music, stay like that. Don't have to add it, right? Next point looks very funny but important. Write down, wear your comforts. Yeah, wear your comforts. This sounds silly, but very, very important, friends. Please make sure you don't wear tight clothes, okay? No tight jeans. Wear your comforts. Okay, I repeat again, your body, your mind are always in coordination. If your body feels stupid, it makes your mind stupid. So make sure you wear your comforts. Just be cool and just wear your comforts when you sit to study. And last but not the least, the last one, if possible, friends. Now, this is not a must. The last point is not a must, but if possible, in your ambience, try to have a whiteboard. If possible, right? If you don't have it, don't worry. If you have it, good. If you don't have it immediately, maybe if you in the future you can plan one. Try to have a whiteboard. I'll tell you why. Because the whiteboard will help you to write your thoughts, your weekly schedule, or your ideas, or your daily schedule. So you can have it in front of you right away with the whiteboard, right? Even a blackboard would do. Yes. Okay. So these are things which you must have in your ambience. I want you to take a few seconds right now, every one of you. And I think I gave you 13 points. How many points did I give you, friends? How many points? 13, right? Correct. Out of 13 points, I want you, all of you right now, to tick all that you already have, okay? Out of these 13 points, how many do you already have in your ambience? Tick them. Please tick them right now. Okay, good. So some of you have 10, some of you have 12, some of you have 3. Okay, fine, no worries. So out of those 13, just tick as to how many you already have in the ambience. Those you have, awesome. And the things which you don't have, I want you to create today, right? So that's your first goal for today. Once our session gets over, once session gets over, the ones that are missing in your ambience, please try to add them to your ambience. Okay with all of you? Type okay. Awesome. I repeat again, friends, your mind is conditioned to behave in a certain way depending on the ambience. So if you want your mind to behave in a very powerful way for that small slice 30 minutes time of study, then you got to set an inspiring ambience. So these are things which you must have in your ambience, right? So let's look at what you should not have in your ambience. Okay, so these 13 you need to have in your ambience. Let's see what you should not have. 3 things, friends. 3 things you should not have in your ambience. The first one, please write down. You may not like this, but write down gadgets. Strictly no, my friends. A strict no for 30 minutes to gadgets, right? Friends, if you are using gadgets for online learning, that's a different scenario, okay? Which is right posture? Straight, my friends. Sit straight, as straight as possible, right? So that's the right posture. Anyways, so friends, gadgets. If you are going through an online training, if you're watching some learning online, then I understand that. Okay, for example, right now you're watching my session using a gadget, obviously, right? So for learning purposes, using gadgets, I totally agree with you. But that half an hour, we want to stay focused. Small slice should be powerful for us. So if that small slice, if you want to be powerful, other than for online learning, if you're using a gadget, strictly no, friends. For half an hour, take a decision that you will not get the gadgets accessible to you, right? So throw them somewhere and just make sure your ambience strictly doesn't have any gadgets. Okay, I'm sure all of you sitting there, you have this willpower to keep the gadgets away. In case any of you have already got addicted, okay, so if some of you have got addicted so much that you cannot stay without the gadget, you got to check your WhatsApp, got to check your Facebook, got to check your YouTube. Without that, after 10 minutes, if you don't check it, you get horrible. If you are in that state already, there are two things you must do. If you're already so much addicted, you got to do two things, friends. First thing, personally contact me. Okay, so personally contact me, and we will talk in detail. Maybe you need some counseling. Okay, but the second thing you got to do is, um, there are some apps. I'm sure you're aware of this. There are a lot of apps available, free apps. For example, there's an app called Forest app. Okay, I'm sure some of you heard about this. There's an app called Forest app. Yeah, so if you install that Forest app in your cell phone or a laptop, I'll tell you what happens. If install in your phone, once you open it, the app will ask you to select the applications. For example, let's say you are so used to WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Example. So what you do is you open Forest app, you select WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You select all those that is distracting you. Once you select the applications, it will say set the time. Okay, so you want to set it for half an hour now. So for half an hour, you set the time in the app and you click OK. Once you click OK, for the next half an hour, you will not be able to access those apps at all. Even if you want to do that, you can't do that, right? For half an hour, they're locked. So that's how you can restrict yourself if you're so addicted to them. Okay, and I'll tell you why it's called the Forest app, by the way. You know what happens once you click OK for half an hour? Slowly, that app, what it'll do is it will create a virtual small plant. Okay, virtually it makes a small plant, and the plant keeps growing in half an hour. Okay, if somewhere in between, if you try to open something, it will say, the plant will say cutely, the plant will say, do you want to kill me? And you'll say no, and you keep reading. Okay, after half an hour, because you give half an hour time limit, after half an hour the plant becomes a tree, right? So over a period of time, all those trees together will become a forest. That's why it's called the Forest app, by the way. Yeah, so there are a lot of other apps also, you can try them, but make sure no gadgets in the small slice unless you use them for education. That's fine. Someone asked me what to, in case if I want to use Google to search some sections or something like that, perfect. For learning purpose, use gadget, I'm okay with that. But other than for learning, for half an hour small slice, strictly no to gadgets, friends. The second point you should not have in the ambience is bed, pillow, blanket. The second thing you should not have is definitely pillows and blankets. Okay, in your little ambience where you study, please make sure there are no pillows, there's no blanket, right? Why? We're studying just for half an hour, right? In half an hour we don't need rest. Please understand this. If you want to take rest, take a rest in the break. We'll come to the break anyways. So after half an hour study, then you take a break, then you take rest if you want to. But that half an hour, if you have a pillow or a blanket, I'll tell you what happens. It will slowly change your body posture, isn't it? You have a pillow and you have a blanket, so you know what happens after 15-20 minutes. Yeah, you can have a bed in the room, but not where you study. You can't sit on the bed and study. That's my point. I sit here and study, there's a bed there, I'm okay with that, but don't sit on the bed. That's my point. Yeah, so don't sit on the bed, and don't use pillows, don't use blankets, right? So Please make sure you avoid that. The third thing, the third most important thing you should not have in your ambience is, my friends, food, food items. Okay, strictly no. We are not having some, we're not boozing and having some munching, strictly no, right? So that half an hour, please don't, start grabbing something. And I'll tell you why. If you have some food items there, your focus is more on the food for the next bite than on the next question. Agree? So if you're hungry, go grab something, eat something light, come back, then start your half an hour slot. But definitely not while eating, while studying. Don't do that. Okay. So three things not to have. Number one, gadgets. Number two, pillows and blankets. And number three, food items. So strictly no to your ambience, right? So clear so far? Type yes. Super. Right. So friends, we are learning how to study powerfully for half an hour, right? We're learning how to study for half an hour effectively. Step one, I told you, is create an inspiring ambience. So let's go to step two now. Tip two. So once you create the inspiring ambience, and here's the good news. Once you create the inspiring ambience, it's there. You don't have to do it every day. You do it once, it's there, right? You just have to keep it neat, but otherwise the inspiring ambience is there. Once you create the target, it's there. Once you create the inspiring poster, it's there, right? So you create it once, you have it there. So the second tip. The friends, tell me something. Creating inspiring ambience, easy or difficult? Type your answer, please. Exactly. Anybody can do it, right? Right. Even if it's not easy, please do it. Yeah. We need an inspiring ambience, friends, to study effectively. So we did not start studying it. Observe this. We decided to study. We decided to study for half an hour. We haven't started studying yet. But first we did was we set the inspiring ambience. Now, step two, friends, sit. Please write down. Sit facing east direction. Step two. Even before you start studying for that half an hour, step two you must follow is make sure you sit facing east direction, right? Now, if you don't know which side is east, I think your parents can help you with it. Sit facing east direction. Actually, when you set your ambience, set your table and chair in such a way that you sit facing east. Now, why should you sit facing east? Why? Let's look at the reasons from a scientific perspective. Friends, I'm sure you all know about this theory called the magnetic field theory, right? Type yes or no. We all read in science when we were small. We heard about this theory called the magnetic field theory. Let me give an example, right? If you are in a desert, in the middle of a desert, anywhere you look around, it's all sand. You're in the middle of desert, or you're in the middle of an ocean, or you're in the submarine. Wherever you are, if you have a small compass with you, it can tell you which is north and which is south, isn't it? Now the question is, how does this little compass know which direction is north? How does the compass know which is south? You know why? Because of the magnetic field theory on the globe. We know the North Pole and South Pole. I'm sure some of you still remember it, right? So make sure that so that's the first theory called the magnetic field theory on the globe, right? And there's yeah. Can you hear me? Can you see me now? Okay, thank you. Just a little technical issue. Right. Thank you. Thank you. 1 second. Right. 1 second. Okay. You can see the slide. Okay. Good. Right, friends. So the second thing we look at is facing east, right? Now, yeah. Okay, friends. So why should you sit facing east? Let's look at this from scientific perspective. One theory we understood is a magnetic field theory. There's one more theory, psychological theory called the brain wave theory. It's a big science. If I start talking about theory, it may take a long time. But in summary, what the theory says is that basically people who do meditation, people who do regular meditation, they have idea about this theory called brain wave theory. What the theory basically says is that our brain has got 4 waves: alpha, beta, theta, delta waves. So there's a huge science. If you want to know about it, you can go to Google and search about brain wave theory. But the bottom line is that theory, it talks about a brain wave theory where, what scientists found was that when they made a coercion of these two theories, the magnetic field theory on the globe and the brain wave theory that runs in your mind, the coercion of these two theories, they discovered a new fact that when a person sits facing east, because of the coercion of magnetic field theory and the brain wave theory, your concentration almost doubles, is what they have proven. Did you understand? Friends, everything I teach you in these sessions has been scientifically proven, so you can straight start applying them, friends. There are a lot of students out there who applied these simple strategies and they've been all India rankers. So you can straight start applying them, right? So step 1, create an inspiring ambience. Step 2, so when you sit to study, always make sure you sit facing east. Okay, so let's go to tip 3 now. Okay, tip 3, friends, any questions, please let's deal in the Q&A session, right? I'm not looking at your chat right now, so please let's continue the content. Yeah, so step 3, friends, please write down exact target. So you set the ambience, you sat facing east direction. Now, my dear friends, third step, most important step, write down exact target. Friends, you tell me, how many minutes are we going to study now? Type your answers quickly. How much time did you decide to study now? 30 minutes, right? So friends, we know our capacity. We know our caliber, friends. You know your caliber. If I give you 30 minutes time, how much can you study? You know it, right? We know it. It depends upon the subject. It depends upon the topics. So we know how much we can cover in 30 minutes. For example, let's say in 30 minutes, if I can cover 4 topics, example, if I can cover 4 topics in 30 minutes, you must set an exact target like that. My dear friends, please understand this. If you don't set a target, most people, the biggest mistake many students do is they open their books and their mood. If they have a good mood, they study for a long time. If they have no mood, they'll throw the books away. Yes or no, my friends? Now that is a mistake, my friends. Please understand this. When you sit to study, okay, your brain must know how much time you're going to read now. Your brain must know it. You must know exactly what you're going to cover in the next 30 minutes. So please make sure you have an exact target. I'll tell you what happens if it doesn't have an exact target. Everybody repeat after me. I can't hear you, but repeat after me. My mind is a monkey. Please say that. My mind is a monkey that jumps from branch to branch, if it has got no target. I repeat again, my mind is a monkey that jumps from branch to branch if it has got no target. That is the mind of humans. When I say my mind, it's not just mine and yours. The human mind is such. A human mind is a monkey that jumps from branch to branch if it has got no target. Right? So let me explain what it means. If you don't have a target, friends, I'll tell you what happens with many students. If you don't have a target, You sit to study, you open your book, you read the first topic. After reading half of the topic, you remember one particular line, you remember one example given by the faculty, your teacher in the classroom. So from there, your mind jumps to the teacher. And from there, you remember the classroom, you remember your friends. And from the friends, you remember your best friend. And from the best friend, you remember you both, the recent movie you both went and saw. And from there, you remember Rajnikant. And from there, it goes around. Does this experience sound similar? Type yes. Isn't it? So our mind keeps going somewhere. It keeps going on and on and on. And from the kitchen, if your mom says, are you studying? Then if your mom reminds you, then you come back here. If she doesn't do it, you go across the globe. And then you know what happens? You know, the funny part is you keep doing all that. In the meantime, half an hour gets over. What did Satish say? Half an hour study. So you close your books. Okay. And that doesn't work, friends. That's not how you do small slices, right? So please make sure. That when you sit to study, you set an exact target. 2 topics, 3 topics, 4 topics, 5 topics, 1 topic, doesn't matter. How many topics is not the question here. You need to have a target to stay focused. Many students feel sleepy. Many students lack concentration. Many students get defocused just because they don't have a target for 30 minutes. You set it, friends. Set it and experience the difference. Okay, so please make sure you set an exact target, because you set it, right? I'll tell you what happens. If I set a target for you, you may not obey. But when you yourself take a decision to set a target, what happens is, once you start reading, if your mind goes somewhere, your mind, your other mind says, come back, we have a target to finish. So the monkey is chained. The monkey is chained. It can't go far. It will come back. It doesn't make sense. Type yes. Good. So friends, step 1, you set an inspiring ambience. Step 2, you sit facing east direction. And step 3, you must set an exact target. Do not study. Starting today, do not study, friends, without a target. It's a pure waste of time, right? So set an exact target. Then comes step 4. Now, by the way, we haven't started studying yet. Observe this. We haven't started studying yet, right? We only set the ambience. We sat facing east. We set a target. Now tip 4, write down tip 4, glancing. Please make a note of it. Tip 4 is glancing. Look at the slide. Glancing. What is glancing now? So once you set a target, now let's say, for example, you set target for 4 questions, 4 topics, example, okay? 4 topics, you set target. First topic is about aeroplanes. Second topic, helicopters. Third, ships. Fourth, jet planes, example. Okay, I don't know your topic, so we'll just take some common examples. So aeroplanes, rockets, ships, jet planes, example. Those were the topics. Just look at them like that. Once you set a target, don't read the whole thing. Okay, first look at them. So first question, okay, it's about aeroplanes. Second, okay, it's about rockets. Third, okay, it's about ships. Fourth, okay, about jet planes. Just look at them, give a glance at them. Actually, this is similar to magnet. Remember magnet? Magnet says tomorrow's lessons, go through them quickly. That's what is magnet. The same way, today's topics, the half an hour topics you're going to read, you just have to just look at them first. You need to know, your mind needs to know what you're going to cover in the next half an hour, right? I repeat, your mind needs to know what you're going to cover in the next half an hour. So to do that, you have to just do glancing. Then, only then you will start studying. Ambience, east, target, glancing. Those 4 steps you do, and then what you'll do is you'll come back to first topic. What is the first topic about? Type your answers, please. In the example I gave you, what is the first topic about? Aeroplanes. Exactly. How do you know it's aeroplanes? Because we did glancing, right? Good. So now what you do is, then my friends, you start studying. Now how to study? Write down the last tip, most important. Put 3 star marks. Last tip is called rewind. Okay, repeat glancing. Glancing is very simple. Once you set a target, my friend, once you set a target of 4 questions, just look at what each topic is about. Even before you start reading it, just go through what each topic is about. Then you'll start reading. Now how to study? The last step is the most powerful step, friends. Please write down rewind. rewind. Okay, now what is rewind? So once you set your target, you did glancing now. Glancing is done. Now come back to first question. Friends, what is the first question about? Aeroplanes. First topic is about aeroplanes. Now what you did, you learned aeroplanes very well. So you very thoroughly learned aeroplanes. Listen very carefully, friends. Once you finish aeroplanes, once first topic is done, before going to second topic, please come back to first topic again, revise the main points, only then go to second topic. I repeat again, friends, please understand this. You want to make your brain organized, right? So once you finish your first topic, before going to second topic, please come back to first topic, revise the main points of aeroplanes, only then go to second topic. What is the second topic about? Rockets, right? So second topic, rockets, you learned so thoroughly. Rockets is done. Second topic is done. Now, before going to third topic, revise 2, revise 1, then go to third topic. Order is important. Don't revise 1, 2. Revise 2, revise 1, then go to third topic. What is the third topic about? Ships. So ships you learned pretty well. You learned it so thoroughly. Ships is done. Now what do? Before going to last topic, what do? Revise 3, 2, 1. Right? Very good. Like hot. You're right. Right? So revise 3, revise 2, revise 1. Then go to last topic. What's the last topic about? Jet planes, whatever it is. So you learned it so thoroughly. Now what do, my friends? Once the last topic is done, what do? Revise 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you understand? Type yes. This is rewind. Good. I repeat one more time. So once you set your target of 4 questions, you read the first question. Once first is done, revise 1. Once second question is done, revise 2, revise 1. Third topic is done, revise 3, 2, 1. Fourth topic is done, revise 4, 3, 2, 1. This, my friends, is rewind. Compared to normally student studying, okay? Yes. So compared to normal study, where students, they don't have proper ambience, they don't sit facing east, they don't have a target, they don't do glancing, they just sit casually, depending on their mood, they study for some time and then leave and they go. That is so very vague. That is like creating a disorganized dumping brain. But now, with this small slice, 30 minutes, though you study just for 30 minutes, you made it so organized for your brain. You set the ambience, you sat facing east for double concentration, you set a target for your brain to understand, you did glancing first, and then you did rewind. Okay, so yeah, so and then you did rewind, right? So this procedure is what you will follow starting today whenever you study for small slice. If it's clear so far, type clear in the chat, please. Yeah, cumulative revision, yes, we can call it. Friends, once you're done with 30 minutes, super friends, super. Once you're done with 30 minutes of study, what should you take now? Everybody, once you're done with 30 minutes study now, so what should you take now? Break. Yeah, this we remember very well, right? Nice. Yeah, so nice. You're right. So you must take a break. If you don't take a break, the V shape doesn't come back. Remember the V shape of constellation graph? You must take a break for the V shape to finish, right? So take a break. You're right. You're absolutely right. You must take a break, right? But before you go for the break, remember SPA, three steps to follow. Step 1 is done. Yes, small size is done. Now, before going for break, you close your books. Half an hour done. 4 topics are done. You close your books. But my dear friends, before you go for your break, you will do P. In SPA, P stands for what? I said PM. Remember, I said PM, right? Right. So before you go for your break, what you should do is you should do PM. I mean P, SPA, and then you go for your break, right? So what is P now? What is PM? Okay. So friends, you tell me. I want to ask you a simple question. Let's say you sat and for half an hour, you typed some important documents. Okay. On your laptop, on your system, computer, you typed some very important documents for half an hour. After half an hour, you said, you typed 4 important documents and then you said, I'm done. And if you shut down immediately, will you have the documents the next day? Yes or no? Right. No, right? Why? Exactly. Because we have to save it. Agree? Friends, now my question to all of you. How much time does it take to save it? How much time does it take to save the documents? Hardly any time, right? It's just a few seconds. Agree? Exactly. It just takes very few seconds to save it. But if you don't do that small act, all the half an hour struggle is gone. Agree? Yes or no, friends? This is the same mistake many students do. Now we prepared effectively for half an hour. Small slice, 30 minutes, we studied powerfully. We did very well. We had an ambience, we did east facing, target, glancing, rewind, super duper. We prepared so thoroughly for half an hour. But once your half an hour is done, if you say, it's done, and you go for your break, if you don't save it, your hard work gets faded away. So now the question is, how do you save it? In the computer, we have this Control S button, right? That I know. In computer, we know how to save it. We know we have Control S button. But my question is, friends, how can you save it in your brain? We can't take out a brain and start hitting buttons, right? So how do you save your brain? Please write down, friends. PM. In SPA, S is small slice. P stands for PM. Write down PM stands for power meditation. Please make note of it, friends. In SPA, S is small slice. P stands for write down power meditation. The technique that we use to save in our brain, like the Control yes in the computer, power meditation is called the Control yes of your mind. This method is called the saving strategy, friends. If you want to save it in your brain, there's a beautiful concept called power meditation. Now, what is power meditation? First, we'll understand meditation, then we'll go to power meditation. Okay. So first, we'll look at meditation, then we'll look at power meditation. Friends, in very simple terms. Okay, I repeat, in very simple terms, meditation means, okay, first let's understand meditation. In very simple terms, meditation means when a person sits or sleeps, closes eyes, relaxes the mind, relaxes the body, that's called meditation. I repeat, in very simple terms, meditation means you sit or you sleep, you close your eyes, you relax your mind, you relax your body, that's called meditation. We know meditation. We generally do meditation when the class is boring, right? But I'm talking about the second stage now, friends. Meditation has got stages. First stage is meditation. The second stage is called power meditation. Then we have deep meditation, alpha meditation. There are many stages. Okay. And the second stage of meditation is called power meditation. This, my friends, is a very powerful stage. In this stage called power meditation, your concentration will be on the top, on the peak. Now, how to go to power meditation? I know meditation. I sit, I close my eyes now, I'm doing meditation. I know meditation, but how to go to power meditation? Very simple. Friends, if anybody sitting there, friends, if you want to experience power meditation, all you have to do is you have to sit like that. You have to close your eyes and wait for 40 minutes. For 40 minutes, if you wait and if you don't sleep, you'll go to power meditation. Very difficult, right? So we have a shortcut, right? If you normally sit closing your eyes, if you wait 40 minutes, you will go to power meditation, but we don't have that kind of time, friends. So we have a shortcut. The shortcut is, look at the slide, friends. Generally, we look straight. Do you know this? Our eye rays are parallel to earth. We look straight. Now, instead of looking straight, if you look approximately 20 degrees upward, approximately 20 degrees upward. Don't take a protractor and measure it. Approximately, if you look 20 degrees upward, and then if you close your eyes, it doesn't take 40 minutes, friends. It takes only 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Just in 3 seconds, you'll go to power meditation. Did you understand? Friends, if you sit normally, if you close your eyes, if you waste 40 minutes, if you don't sleep, you'll go to power meditation. But the shortcut is, once you sit, if you just look 20 degrees upward, and then if you close your eyes, you take a deep breath, and in just 3 seconds, you'll automatically enter power meditation. Now, I am not telling you this, friends. I am not telling you this. If you ever go to Nepal, you know, in Nepal, these monks, the Buddhist monks, they live there. And you know what these monks do, friends? They regularly do research on meditation and concentration. And there they follow a philosophy called Zen philosophy. This concept called power meditation is a copy paste from the Zen philosophy of Buddhist monks of Nepal. I repeat again, friends, everything I'm teaching you here has got a scientific thesis behind it, so you can start applying it. So how to enter power meditation? Very simple. You sit comfortably, look 20 degrees upward, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and in 3 seconds, you'll automatically enter power meditation. Now, why am I telling you this? Is because starting today, whenever you study for 30 minutes, once you finish a small slice, 30 minutes study, once you close your books, before going for break, you will sit comfortably, you'll enter power meditation, and then without opening your eyes, once you enter power meditation, without opening your eyes, I want you to just revise 4, 3, 2, 1. Those 4 topics you just read in half an hour, quickly just revise in your mind in power meditation, revise 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you do it? Yes or no, friends? Type your answers, please. Can you do it? Yes or no? Give me a frank answer. Easy or difficult? Easy, right? Very easy, actually. You just read so thoroughly for half an hour. All you have to do is close your eyes and revise once. Let me tell you why you should do power meditation. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a good question. For how long? Harsh, it's not about how long, Harsh. See, we're doing, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of power meditation? Your purpose is to revise 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So you close your eyes and then revise 4, 3, 2, 1. Revise the main points in those topics. Open your eyes. Right? So it's not about how much time you should do it. It's about the purpose is to revise. So revise and then open your eyes. Got it? Good. Yeah. What if you can't recollect some of the points? Perfectly normal. Nobody's, see, please understand this. 4th topic, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, whatever you remember, try to recollect. Okay, whatever you can recollect, you can recollect. The missing points, once you open your eyes, look at the missing points. That doesn't mean that you open your eyes immediately. So 4th topic, there are example 4th topic, there are 5 points. You remember 3 points. Don't immediately open your eyes. Don't do that. Skip it. Come to 3rd. In 3rd topic, there are 5 points. You remember 4 points. Fantastic. 1 point you forgot. Don't worry. You came to 2nd topic. There are 10 points. You remember 3 points. No worries. 1st topic. Once all the 4, 3, 2, 1 are done, then open your eyes and look at the missing points. If you miss too many points, do one more time. Do power meditation one more time. Clear? Yeah, exactly. That's why I said, friends, to remember that revision takes less time. Remember what took us 2 hours to learn yesterday, we revised in 5 minutes. Same way, what took you half an hour to study will not take half an hour to revise. Revision happens in just 1 or 2 minutes. Agree? Which side to see? Just look straight, look upward, look little upward. Okay, look little upward and then close your eyes. That's it. Okay, right. So friends, please understand this. If you realize you're missing some concepts, you should be actually happy. I'll tell you why. Because you're missing it here, not in the exam hall, right? So it's an opportunity for you to gain your confidence, because the points which you're missing, you can always look at it and you can do power meditation again. And by the way, let me tell you why power meditation is so powerful. Let me tell you the power of power meditation first. Friends, let's say tomorrow or today, let's say, for example, you did a small slice. Okay, you study for half an hour. Example, you studied 4 topics. Example, and once you're done, let's say you went to your mom or you went to your dad or brother, sister, friend. You went to someone and you said, "Ask me." You said, "Mom, mom, today I did smart study system. Mom, I did small slice, mom." And you said all that. Your mom didn't understand anyway. So she said, you said, "Ask me." So she asked you the 4 questions. You answered very well. Because we read very well, you answered very well. Your mom said, "Good job." You said, "Mom, ask me again." Again, she asked you. Again, you answered pretty well. Your mom said, "Good job." You said, "Mom, ask me again." And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Imagine this, friends. Imagine, for example, if you answer your mom each question 66 times. Just imagine this. If you really answer your mom each question 66 times, she'll slap you. That's different. But if you really answer her 66 times, the kind of confidence you get, the kind of remembrance you get, you don't have to do all that, friend. Just one time. Only one time. If you revise in power meditation, only one time. If you revise in power meditation, that one time is equal to 66 times of normal revision. Do you know this? Right? So if you revise just once in power meditation, friends, it's equal to 66 times of normal revision, which means, just imagine this, friends. Once you read a topic, if you sit and write it 66 times, just imagine if you sit and write each topic 66 times, or if you answer it to someone 66 times, the kind of confidence you get. We don't have to do all that. We are not hard working, we are smart working. So we don't have to do all that. Just one time, if you, after finishing 30-minute study, if you revise just one time in power meditation, that one time is equal to 66 times of normal revision. Did you understand? Type yes, please. And that's how it gets saved in your brain. Control yes of your mind. And remember this, friends, please don't skip this. After your hard work, see, you're studying so powerfully for half an hour. Let that half an hour struggle, let it not go waste. Once you do it, make this your habit, friends. From today onwards, whenever you study, whatever you study, once you do it, don't forget to save it. You know the power of saving on the computer, right? There is no use working the whole day on computer without saving it. Agree? The same is true with your education, friends. Whenever you study, make sure you save it with power meditation. So that's P in SPA. So S is small slice, you understood thoroughly. P is power meditation, we're done with it. Let's go to the last one, A. Step 3, A. Write down step 3 in SPA, A. A stands for, I said the ultimate power, right? And some of you asked me, ultimate power doesn't start with A. You're right. Write down, please. A is equal to activity. S is small slice. P is power meditation. A is equal to activity. Actually, A stands for activity. Now, what is activity? To understand that, we must first understand about the ultimate power. Friends, are you with me? Yeah, have a break, have a Kit Kat. Good. We'll do that. Yeah, nice. So, friends, so we're done with small slice, we're done with power meditation. It's time to take a break, right? So we need to take a break. And a lot of you have questions as to how much time the break should be taken, right? So I know that you're waiting for that answer. And once you understand A, once you understand the ultimate power, once you understand activity, you'll understand about the break. Okay, so let's finish SPA today. A, activity. Okay, what does it mean? Before we learn about activity, I have some important question to ask you, friends. I want you to type your answer in the chat box. My dear friends, does any of you sitting there, does any of you have this experience? An experience where not every day, but sometimes what happens is we sleep at night. When we sleep at night, the next day morning, we want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Some very important work. It can be exams, picnic, birthday, going out of station, relatives coming home, whatever it is. It is a very, very, very important task for you. And nobody wakes you up, no alarm clock, but at sharp 5, you wake up. Do you have this experience, friends? Type yes in the chat. Exactly. Fantastic, sir, right? So very good. So most of you have this experience, right? We sleep at night, some very important task. We want to get up at 5 in the morning, we get up at 5 in the morning, right? So good. All of you have this experience. Fantastic. Now my question to you, friends, is how did you know the time? Which means, say for example, if today midnight, if I come to your house and if I wake you up and say, hey, what time is it? Can you get up and say, it's 1 o'clock now? Can you say that yes or no? No, right? Or someday you woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't want to get up. You don't want to get up, but 3 a.m. you suddenly woke up. You tell me, friends, when you get up suddenly at 3 o'clock, can you just close your eyes without opening eyes? Can you say it's 3 o'clock now? Can you say that yes or no? No, correct? Good. Good. So which means, friends, once we sleep at night, we don't know the time. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we know the time? No. But when we don't know the time, but on that particular day, when you want to get up at 5 in the morning, You woke up at sharp 5, right? That day, how did you know the time? Good question. How did you know the time? You got the question? Okay. Biological clock, mind alertness, mind clock, biological clock. Okay. Subconscious mind. Very good. Very good. Very good. Nice, nice, nice answers. I got the answer, and some of you gave me the right answer. The answer I'm looking for is subconscious mind. Good. Friends, understand carefully, friends. I don't know how many of you know about subconscious. I don't know how much in depth you know about this topic, but believe me, for the last 12 years now, for more than a decade, I've been diving deeper into this topic called subconscious. A beautiful concept. I made a program called Miracle. Sometime in the future, you can contact me if you want to learn about more about subconscious. I made a program called my signature program called Miracle. Okay, anyways, so we don't go in that depth now, but right now let's look at this power called subconscious mind. Let's understand how we can use it for our education, right? So listen now, friends, we all have a special power inside us, and this power, my friends, is called subconscious mind. There's no exception. Every one of you have this power. This power is called subconscious mind. Now, how do I make you understand this about this power? Think of it this way. Friends, on day one, all of you sitting there, on day one when you're born, Mire, so small, sweet, cute, tender. On day one when you're born, so small, cute, and tender. From that day, let's say for you live up to 70 years. 70 not sufficient. Let's say you live up to 100 years. Friends, all these 100 years, friends, look at your body mechanism, your heartbeat, your blood circulation, digestive, respiratory systems. All these, do they function if you ask them to function? Do you say a heart beat and only then it beats? No, right? Just imagine this. Imagine, friends, for 70, 80, 90 years, every year, every month, every week, every day, every hour, every minute, every single second in your body, crores of functions beyond imagination happen systematically with precision because of the power called subconscious. You sit and listen there. I speak here. You play in the ground. You watch a movie. Even if you sleep at night, in your body, crores of involuntary actions happen systematically every single second because of this special power called subconscious. Just because you have that power inside you, you are alive today. Isn't it? You tell me, friends, are you making your blood circulate now? Are you making your heart beat now? Who's doing all that? The power inside you called the subconscious mind. This is the power which controls your whole body and does millions of functions in your body every single second. Yes, there's a beautiful book called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. You can go get it and just read that. It's a great book. Thank you, Kashif, for reminding. Yeah, it's a book by Dr. Joseph Murphy, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, a great book. Anyway, so in your body, crores and millions of functions are happening because of the power called subconscious mind. Now, my question is, why am I talking about this power now? Listen carefully, friends. There is one special secret which the smart students know about this power. I'm going to reveal that secret to you now. And that secret is your subconscious mind. It activates when you do routine activities. I repeat, the special secret is, friends, when you do your routine activities. Routine activities means brushing, bathing, breakfast, going, coming, your routine things. Okay, suppose once in a week, example, once in a week you go to a temple or a church or a masjid. If you go once in a week, that's not routine activity. Routine is something which you do every single day, right? So when you do these routine activities, do you know, my friends, this power called subconscious mind, it activates. That is why, yeah, even driving is a routine activity. You're right. If you drive every day, right? So when you do routine activities, your power called subconscious activates. That is where, as Rajesh rightly mentioned, do you have this experience, friends, when you drive regularly, and sometimes what happens is you get lost in thought, you get totally lost in thought, but you safely come home. You have seen that? You take the same road, you take the same left, you take the same right, and even without your consciousness, you just come to the right place. Agree? Yes or no? Exactly. Why? Because though you're consciously not aware of it, because it's a routine activity, your subconscious mind activates and it takes you to the right place, right? So when you do routine activities, friends, this special power activates. Now, why am I talking about this? Because smart students are really smart. You know what they do? Once they study for half an hour in small slice, and once they save it with power meditation, they don't stop there. They do one last step. The last step may sound funny for you, but it works. Believe me, if you want to really crack your examinations, if you want to get rank like marks, this last strategy is so crucial. What they do is, one last time, they revise when they do a routine activity. I repeat, that's why A stands for activity, by the way. One last time, they revise while they do a routine activity. Let me explain. Friends, you tell me, just give me quick answers on the chat. Friends, did you brush your teeth today morning? Did you brush your teeth today morning? Now, why are some people hesitating to answer this? Okay, friends, now you tell me, today morning when you brushed your teeth, what did you think about? Today morning, exactly. Today morning when you brushed your teeth, what do you think about? Good, friends. Yeah, good. Right. Thank you for your answers. Good. Breakfast. You thought about breakfast? Okay. Right. See, friends, one thing is for sure. Okay. Yeah. One thing is for sure, friends. You must have thought something or the other when you brush your teeth, right? But one thing is sure. For our age, because you're not the CM, because you're not the PM of this country, and because we are not in the process of creating a vaccine for corona, right? We are not in that position, right? So I can bet with you, most of us, friends, most of us, when we brush your teeth, we don't think anything important. Type yes or no, isn't it? For most of us, because we are not a CM or a PM, we don't have to take world problems into our head. So when we brush your teeth, friends, we don't think anything much important. Yes or no, isn't it? Good. So friends, most of you are agreeing the fact that we don't think anything important while brushing your teeth. And the second most important thing is, when we brush our teeth, who activates there? It's a routine activity, brushing. So who activates there? Subconscious mind, isn't it? So my dear friends, one last time, if you can revise 4, 3, 2, 1 while brushing your teeth, believe me, not just for the examinations, for a lifetime, you'll remember those concepts, because subconscious takes those questions. Did you understand? So how do we do this? Okay. So am I suggesting that after every half an hour you should brush your teeth? No. Am I suggesting that? Am I suggesting that after every half an hour slot you should brush your teeth? No. What you'll do is, today, let's behave like smart students. I'll tell you what smart students do. The step one, what they do is, first they make a table. This table is called activity. Okay, so this is exactly what I want you to do, my friends, after this session gets over. If you're serious about cracking your exams this November, do this once the session gets over. I want you to sit with yourself after this session gets over, and make a table. This table is called activity, right? That's why in SPA A is activity. Put the heading activity, and just think of all the routine activities you do in a day. You'll be surprised to see that you do a lot of activities. We do a lot of activities like brushing, bathing, breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner, evening bath, maybe evening brush. I don't know. It's your life. You know it better, right? Maybe if you go for a walk every day, then walk is a routine activity. If you drive somewhere every day, then driving is activity. If you're going to some for classes, if you're going classes, coming back, even that's an activity. Actually, you know it better. It's your life. You know what activities you do the whole day, right? I want you to list out all the activities. And all you have to do is, before each activity, we will do 2 small slices. Very simple. I repeat, before each activity, you'll do 2 small slices, which means if I'm a smart student, what I would do is, I know that I can study for 30 minutes anytime. Please understand this. 30 minutes study, we can do anytime. Power meditation, we can do anytime. But if we have to use the power of subconscious mind, we need an activity, right? Isn't it? So 30 minutes study, anytime we can do it. Power meditation, anytime we can do it. But if we want to use the power of subconscious, then we need to have an activity. So once you study, instead of looking for an activity, what the smart students do is, they first plan the activity and they study before the activity. If you understand, type yes, friends. So they plan the activity first, and before the activity, they study. So that once they study, the activity is ready, waiting there. So they do the activity and revise it. So that's the beauty. For example, if you are a student who is going to office, example, some of you said we're going to office, right? So what you can do is you can plan your activities the whole day. Suppose going to office is one activity, right? Routine activity. So you can do, what you can do is you can do some small slices before going to office, and while you are in the transit, while you are going in the journey, maybe you're driving, maybe you're in the bus, your auto, wherever you are, you can revise because that's a routine activity. Perfect. So revise during routine activities. Exactly. Time also gets utilized very, very smartly. You're right, Dheeraj. Right? So what you have to do is just you have to revise while doing the routine activities. Believe me, friends, it works like magic. So all you have to do is study for small slice, 30 minutes, do power meditation, take a small break, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, take a small break, and then come back, study for 30 more minutes. Okay, remember, two small slices, not one. Because exams are at the corner, we'll take two small slices. So 30 minutes I study, I'll do power meditation, take 5 10 minutes break, I'll come back, 30 more minutes study, power meditation. Done. Then all these two slices together, when I do brushing or bathing, whichever activity, I'll revise the topics. For example, when taking bath. By the way, friends, what do you do while taking bath? You sing songs, huh? So till we finish your exams, stop singing songs while taking bath, revise what was learned the two small slices before bath, just revise them. You friends, you have no idea what magic it will do to you because subconscious is so powerful. Yeah. Actually you can try this. If any one of you, if you have access to top students, okay, for example, today in the today, if you look at the country, there are some people who are like doctors who are like when they were small. Okay, the doctors you see today who are very famous, when they were students, they were gold medalists, they were university toppers. We have some IAS officers who are like when they were students, they were like the gold medalists, top university toppers, such people, right? If you know anyone like that, go and ask them, sir, when you were a student, how could you become a university topper? How could you get a gold medalist? You know what they will say? They followed exactly this. Those people had never such detailed logical system. They don't all know all the system, but you know what they did? They're so obsessed about education. So you know what they used to do? They used to study for some time, then even when they're brushing, they used to think of that. They used to study for some time, even when bathing, they used to revise that. Unknowingly, they use this power. Right? Exactly. If you're a married woman, cooking can be a great routine activity for you. Fantastic. Well said. Yeah, cleaning can be a great activity for you. Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah. If you want to sing formulas in the bathroom, nobody's stopping you, sir. Okay. So that's, my friends, is the power of subconscious mind. So to quickly sum it up, okay, sir, it's not difficult. I'll tell you why. Kashif, it's not difficult, my friend. It's just a matter of you not trying it before. Give it a try. It looks very simple. Okay. Um, yeah, cycling can be one great option. So that's what I'm saying, friends. Yeah. So the point is, make a table first. Today, your target is to make a table, make a routine activity table. You know your life. You know what activities you have from morning to night. Make a table and then decide some activities and then study before those activities, and let the activities do magic for you. Yeah. But you will do the activity only after saving using power meditation. Please follow the procedure. Small slice, power meditation, and then activity, SPA, right? Okay. So eat, drink, sleep, and think of the target. So yes, you're doing that, but you know the best part is you're doing it without getting stressed out, because half an hour study, anybody can do it. Power meditation is just closing your eyes. Brush, you anyway have to do it. You have to just recycle it in your brain. Because revision, I mentioned, remember the first day, revision is the father of memory. Interest is a mother of memory. Yeah, good. So friends, that finishes our home secret. By the way, congratulations. We understood what to do when you go to classroom. We also understood how to study powerfully at home using SPA strategy. Can we take more than 3 slices? What is small slice? Okay, friends, what's on your wall camera? Okay, that camera is like a motivational quote that inspires me. That says, when life gets blurry, adjust your focus. It's written there, when life gets blurry, adjust your focus, right? So it has got an in-depth meaning. Maybe some other day we'll discuss about it. Okay. Is northeast direction good enough? See, any direction is fine, sir, but try to make sure it's east. Okay, even if it's not, if east is not possible, it's okay, right? As long as you follow the other steps, it's okay. But if possible, try facing east, right? Okay, friends, Dheeraj will talk about my room later. Let's get back to holiday secrets now. Okay. So classroom, magnet, hot pot, parking lot, home secrets, SPA are done. Now it's time for holiday secrets, J and M. Remember? Question, if I'm unable to find enough activities in my routine to do after slice, good. Then what you do is, instead of taking two slices, you'll take 3-4 slices, then do the activity. If you have less routine activities, then have more slices and one common activity, revise all of them. Simple, right? Okay. I think, yeah, friends, by the way, the SPA technique, if you really understood the SPA methodology, type yes first. Good. Okay, now the question is, coming back to the all-time favorite question of yours, how much time should you take your break, right? Friends, understand the logic here. As long as you do 2 slices and you do routine activities, you plan your activities, yeah. So for example, let's say you have 6 activities. Example, you have 6 activities or you have 8 activities, example, in a day. So as long as you do 2 slices and use activity to revise the whole day, you're planning to do that. So imagine, I just want to ask you this first. Okay, what to do during the break? You can do anything, sir, but preferably this 1 month, stay away from gadgets, if as far as practically possible, right? So maybe you can go for a walk, you can have some good talk with your family, you can take a power nap, you can do anything, and try avoid gadgets as far as possible for just this 1 month, 1.5 months till your exams get over. Okay, yeah, right. So let's go to holiday secrets, friends. Regarding SPA, if you have any questions, we'll talk about it in the Q&A session, right? Okay, now coming to holiday secrets, friends. Okay, again, the time of break. Okay, see, the point is simple. Let's say you have 8 activities in a day. Okay, example, you planned 8 activities, and before each activity, let's say you're doing 2 small slices. Okay, example, so 2 small slices, powerfully preparing, doing power meditation, revising during the routine activity. Again, 2 small slices, power meditation, routine activity. So you planned 8 activities. For example, let's say friends, for example, your first activity is brush. Okay, let's say first activity is brush. So you got up in the morning, let's say you studied for one small slice, you did power meditation, you took a small break, 5 minutes, then you came back again and then small slice, power meditation, then you brushed your teeth and revised those. Clear so far? Once your brush is done, don't study immediately, take a break. What is your next activity? So that's the point. The break is decided by your next activity. What is your next activity? If your next activity you planned is bath, before bath you study again, right? But till that time, enjoy life. See, you don't have to be a bookworm the whole day. Plan your activities, and before activities, plan small slices. That's it. The remaining day, you're completely off to take relax. Did you understand, friends? Plan your activities. Before activities, plan your small slices. That's it. The remaining day, stay cool. You don't have to be a bookworm 24/7, right? But whenever you study those half-an-hour slices, because of power meditation, because of subconscious, they go and enter and sit in your long-term memory. So each half an hour you study, you will not forget it. Now, that's the best part. So what happens, which means that when you study like this, every minute will become a productive minute. Remember what I said? Most students study for hours together, but productive hours are less. But in this model, every small slice you study is very productive for you. So that's how, in the long run, if you look at the graph, you are much, much better preparing than the other students. Make sense? Type yes. Good. So let's move to holiday secrets, friends. When our Sundays come, when our holidays come, okay, I know all of you are on holidays now, preparation. I don't mean these holidays, I mean especially Sundays. Okay. So Monday to Saturday, you follow this, right? You follow small slices, you follow power meditations, you follow spa. So Monday to Saturday, you follow spa. Clear? And Sunday, what we should do is, as I remember, I told you, if you also struggle on Sunday, it's called a jail, not a holiday. So you need, even your body and mind needs time for relaxation, regeneration, right? So Sundays, what I would suggest you is, Sundays, I want all of you to maybe not get too much into books. Okay, Monday to Saturday, if you're really following SPA technique, if you're really following the strategies, I know you will do brilliantly. You'll cover good portions Monday to Saturday. So Sunday, there are two things you should do, and we call them J and M, right? J and M. Remember, holiday secrets, J and M. The first one, J, stands for journey. Okay, friends, do you see route? We have, okay. Oh, your class 7 on Sunday. Congratulations. Enjoy the classes, right? So yeah, so the point is, if you're a CS student, if you have the mindset that you don't take a holiday on Sunday, please understand that, you know, uh, you're actually trying to give too much work to your brain and you're getting stressed out. So let Sunday be a chill pill. I'm not saying don't study on Sunday. Reduce, maybe what you can do is you can reduce the activities. Every day, if you're doing 8 activities, if you really want to study on Sunday, have 3-4 activities on Sunday. So please take a break, you know, Sunday afternoons like that. If possible, take a break, friends, every Sunday, at least for a few hours. Please make sure you need some the relaxation. Go around with your family, have some fun. Yeah. So, and watch a movie if you want to. Okay, watch IPL on Sundays if you want to, if you want to. Okay, now remember, on day 1 we talked about route map, rhythm, out of proportion, unusual, transformation, emotion, movement, attractive colors, pictures. Remember, I said if you want to use your right brain, there are 8 keys and we have to use only 4 keys out of that, but it did not mention how to use them, right? So this route map, this right brain concept, we will use on Sundays. Sundays, let those Sundays be days to use our right brain, the automatic memory system, right? So friends, Monday to Saturday, you read a lot of topics, right? Using the SPA technique. Monday to Saturday, you did so many small slices. So you read so many fantastic concepts. From those topics, I'm sure some of them will be very important for the examination, right? All the things you read in the whole week, out of them, some topics may look tough for you, or some topics may be very important for your examinations. Such topics, I want you to open your right brain and put them inside the automatic memory. Clear? I repeat, on Sundays and holidays, what we do is, Monday to Saturday, whatever we so powerfully worked on, from those topics, the most important topics, I'd want you to just keep them in your right brain. How do we do it? I'm going to teach you 2 strategies, very powerful ones. These 2 are the favorite strategies of the smart students. The first one is called journey. Okay, it's called journey. J, J and M. J stands for, write down, journey. 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 Okay. The first activity is called journey. How is this journey helpful, friends? Believe me, this is one of the top favorite strategies of smart students. Friends, do you agree? Do you have the situation? Students, I want your answers on the chat. Do you have the situation, students, where there are some topics in your syllabus, but there's so many points you must remember? Do you have such situations? Type yes or no. Do you have some topics or some chapters where there's so many points you must remember, long answers, stuff like that? Is it? We all have it, right? So let's say, for example, there's one particular topic where there are, let's say, 15 points, 1-5. There are 15 points you should remember. Okay. We read very well. Generally what happens is, if we don't use SPA, because till now we're not using SPA, okay, now we're learning SPA. So without using SPA, generally what happens, students, once we learn those 15 topics, 15 points in that lesson, we go to exam hall, you get that question. But my question is, out of, when you get that question, do you remember all the 15 points in the exam hall? Yes or no? Do you remember all the 15 points? No, that is a concern, right? We all have this concern. We study, but then when you go to the examination, some points disappear. And as it mentioned, the funny part is once the exam gets over, we remember the remaining points, right? But friends, but starting this year, okay, not just 15 points. Even if there are 150 points, you can remember every point like this in the exam hall, not after the exam got over. In the exam hall, you can remember the points very, very effectively. And one power strategy to do that is called the right brain strategy, called journey. So let me explain this, friends. Let me explain this with the help of an example. The only concern is I am not a CA student, but doesn't matter. I may not know your subject. So we'll take a general, first what we'll do is today, we'll take a general example. Okay, we'll take some general topic and I'll show you the strategy, how to use journey. The same methodology, you can use it for your CA subjects. Okay, so now the more than the content, the strategy is important, right? So let's first understand the strategy called journey. We'll take a general example for people to understand. Okay, so what we'll do is, friends, we'll take a topic, a general topic. Like let's talk about India for a second. Friends, in India, do we have, one second. In India, do we have overpopulation? Yes or no, friends? In India, do we have overpopulation? Yes or no? Right. So because of this overpopulation, do we have disadvantages? Yes or no, friends? Yes, right. Good. So let's take this as an example. Okay. Let's take this example of what are the disadvantages of overpopulation. Okay. Let's take that as an example. Now, again, I repeat, it's not about which question we are trying to understand here. It's about understanding the strategy, how to use the journey. Okay. So one second. Okay. You want to look at the slide? Yes or no? Just type yes or no. Okay, yes, good. So nice. So what we'll do is, friends, we'll write some 15 points. We can write 20, 100. We can write, and so the number doesn't matter. We can write as many points as we want to write. It's about how we remember them. Okay. So for example, who has made this background painting? Background painting of what? Okay. Camera. Acha, acha, camera. You're still in my room, Rajat. Okay. That camera and all that is they're stickers. Okay. They're available on Amazon. We call them wall stickers. You can buy them and stick them on your walls. Don't have to paint them. Okay. Anyways, so let's come back to what population disadvantages. The concept is called journey. I'll first show you. We'll take some example first. Okay. uh, how does affirmations help? Affirmations are strong positive statements you give to your mind. They immensely help you because they condition your mind, they recondition your mind towards positivity. Yeah, Harsh? So yeah, good. So any other questions we'll take in the Q&A session. I think we are running out of time now, so let's take an example of overpopulation disadvantages. Okay, I want some points from you, friends. What are the disadvantages of overpopulation? Okay, skills, resources, very good. The gold, coal, diamonds are being dug, resources are getting over. Good. Next point, unemployment. Okay, yeah, we'll go one by one. Okay, one second. Okay, so the second point I saw is we jobs. Unemployment definitely is a problem. Agree, strongly agree. What else? Pollution, good point. So third point is pollution. Okay, next point is poverty. Strongly agree because of overpopulation, a lot of money problems are there. So let's say money problems, poverty. Okay. Next point is crime. Agree, friends. I'm sure all of you are sending a lot of messages. Because I'm typing here, it's taking time, so I only can take one point at a time. So crime, I saw crime is a point. Yeah, good point. Deforestation, very good. So trees are getting cut because of overpopulation. Sixth point is deforestation. Trees are getting cut. Correct. What else? Okay. Food shortage. You're right. Food. We don't have sufficient food for all because of overpopulation. So seventh is food shortage. Okay, then we have water wastage. Absolutely right. So water shortage, water wastage. So water problems because of overpopulation. So that's point 8. Water problems. Okay, next one is health. Correct. So health problems, diseases. You're right. So because of overpopulation, the ninth point is diseases, including corona, by the way. Okay. Next, can anybody tell me the next point? Mm, overcrowding, traffic jams. Correct. Point number 10. Okay. So because of heavy population, we have traffic jams. Next point is illiteracy. You're right. Education. You're right. So lack of proper education facilities to all the people. That's point number 11. Friends, can you all see my slide? I'm typing it. Good. Next one is point number 12. Animals and birds are getting extinct, friends. Animals and birds, we're killing and eating them every day. So animals and birds are getting extinct, right? Okay. Next one, housing facilities. You're right, which means land shortage, correct? So why housing facilities is a problem? Because land is a shortage. Okay, land shortage. And accidents, global warming. You're right. We'll take those two. Point number 14 is accidents. Last point 15. Okay, thank you so much, friends, for all your support and points. But I'm taking randomly 15 points. Okay, so don't worry if your point is not taken. That's okay. Global warming. Perfect. Okay, so let's look at this, friend. Okay, let's look at this now. Let's say this is an answer. What are the disadvantages of overpopulation? And we have 15 points we should remember. Now listen carefully, friends. Okay, listen now. Let's say these 15 points are the side headings. Okay, friends, do you know the power of an Indian student? The power of an Indian student is when an Indian student goes to the examination hall, if he or she remembers a side heading, we know how to fill the paper. Yes or no, friends? So that's our power, right? Once we remember the point, nobody can stop us. Our pen keeps flowing, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So for example, if I remember pollution, if I remember pollution, then I will write because of more bus, more lorries, more tractors, more factories. So that we are very capable of, right? Yeah. But to remember the main points is always a concern, right? So now how do you remember so many points? The answer is journey. Please say that. Journey, my friends. You should learn. Listen carefully, friends. You're learning one of the top secrets of smart students called journey, to use your right brain, to use your route map. Okay. So you must learn first, friends, how to create a journey. Okay. You can create a journey anywhere. Even in this room I'm sitting right now, this very room I'm sitting, I can create a journey here. But the problem is you cannot see my room here. You can't see the whole room. So what we'll do is we'll take one common example which we all know. Okay, we'll just create one common example of a journey which we all know. Let's say the example is going to a movie. Okay, we all have this experience in life, how to go to a movie, right? So we'll take that example of creating a journey with a concept called going to a movie. Let me explain. If you're going to a movie, right, first thing what we'll do is we go to a parking area. Okay, listen carefully. Don't write anything. Don't write it. Please close your books. Okay, please close your books. Don't write. First, understand the concept, friends. We're trying to create a journey now of how do we go to a movie. Okay, that's a theme. We take any theme. We can take my room as a theme. Anything can be taken as a theme. So now the theme I'm taking here is how to go to a movie. So the first one is we go to the parking area and we park our cars. Okay, from the parking area, what we do is we go to the ticket counter. Now, please don't type saying I'll take online tickets, all that. Okay, first understand the flow. So step one, I go to the parking area, park my car. Step two, I go to the ticket counter and I buy the ticket. From there, I go to the entrance, right? So I go to the entrance of the theater. Once I go inside, I see the chairs, right? I sit in the chair and what do I see? The screen, correct? In the screen, the first thing I see is a smoking ad. You know Mukesh, right? So the smoking ad, okay? And then when the movie starts, we see the hero, okay? And then heroine, and then villain, and then comedian, okay? We just remember four things: hero, heroine, villain, comedian. And then we have the interval. In the interval, what we generally do, we eat popcorn and we have Coke, example. Okay. And once we come back inside, we generally in the movie, we have the climax. Okay. And after climax, we go back home. Simple. Okay. I'll just repeat one more time. First, park, along with me, try to answer, friends. Number one, parking area. Then we go to ticket counter. Then we go to entrance. Then we sit in the chair. We see the screen. The first thing you see is smoking ad. Then we have the hero, heroine, villain, comedian. Then we have the interval. We have the popcorn. We have the Coke. Then we come back and we watch the climax. And then we go back home. Right. Right. Friends, you tell me, is this easy or difficult to remember? I'm sure you already remembered them, right? Good. So very easy, right? So remembering the answers difficult, I agree with you, but remembering such simple journey, anybody can remember. Even a fourth class boy can do it, right? So I want all of you now, friends, sincerely try this. Okay, open your books, put the heading journey and write the 15 points. Okay, one parking area, two ticket counter, like that. Try to write all the 15 points. You have 1 minute time. Go. Once done, type done. Try to write in the same order. Write in the same order, and once done, please type done. How to write? Very simple. First, number one, parking lot, parking area. Number two, ticket counter. Number three, entrance. Number four, chairs, like that. Yeah. So I'm sure all of you are able to write, isn't it? Right. So look at it. Friends, I'm sure you're done with it. So friends, number one, if you wrote parking area, put a tick mark there. Number two, ticket counter, put a tick mark. Number three, entrance door. Please put tick mark if you wrote it right. Next, we have chairs, then screen, then smoking ad, then hero, heroine, villain, comedian, interval, popcorn, Coke, climax, home. Friends, how many of you got all the 15 correct? Type 15 in the chat box. Awesome. Super, super. Very nice, friends. You people are awesome, right? Yeah. If you have missed one or two, please don't worry, friends. Okay. You're just learning it now. If you missed a few, it's totally okay. Okay. You're just learning it now. So it will practice all you need. That's it. Okay. So once you create such journey, it's very simple now. So all you have to do is just create the journey and then use a route map. How to use route map? Friends, what is the, now let's look at the answer now. Okay, this we remembered so well, the movie journey. Now let's look at the answer. What is the first point, friends? What is the first point we wrote in the answer? Can anyone remember? What are the disadvantages of overpopulation? Disadvantages of overpopulation. What is the first point? Natural resources. Exactly. So imagine. I want everyone sitting here, friends, really imagine when you went to the parking area to park your car. Imagine on every car, imagine a big gold biscuit. Can you see that? Really imagine this. Imagine the parking area where you went to park. On every car you see around, there's a big gold biscuit and the diamonds heap on each of them. All the natural resources are hidden in the parking lot. This is glittering. It's actually glittering. Really imagine natural resources filled in that parking area. Can you see that? Type yes if you can. You imagine this. You go to parking area, it's filled with gold biscuits and diamonds there. Super. And number two is ticket counter. In our journey, number two is ticket counter. What is the second point we thought of? Okay, 1 second. Let me. Okay. So let's look at this, friends. Okay, the second one is jobs, right? And here we have ticket counter, correct? So imagine. So number two is ticket counter, right? So imagine, friends. Surprisingly, there's a special cinema hall. When we go to buy a ticket, if you buy a ticket, along with the ticket, they're also giving you a job. So really imagine you get the offer letter. When you give buy ticket, along with the ticket, they also give you offer letter. So really imagine once you go there and buy ticket, you get your job there. Okay, job confirmed. So can you see that? Really imagine ticket and offer letter in your hand and people running into the cinema hall because they got a job. Can you see that? Good. Next, number three, friends, is entrance door. Okay, so parking lot are done, ticket counter done. Number three is entrance door. Entrance door, we have pollution here. Really imagine. Imagine at the pollution entrance door, imagine from the door chimneys coming out and black smoke coming out. Can you see that? Can you see that? Really imagine pollution coming out. Can you see that? So from the entrance door, imagine chimneys and black smoke coming and people going through the black smoke into the cinema hall. Okay. So at the entrance door, what do we have? Pollution. Number four is chairs. And here we have money. Imagine on every chair, there are 2000 note bundles. Wherever you go to sit at the chair, there's a 2000 note bundles, not just one note, a bundle of 2000 notes. You just sit in the chair holding the bundle like that. Okay. And the next one we have is a screen, right? And we have here crime. Imagine, friends, you see the screen there, it's not white color, it's red color. Really imagine blood flowing down the screen. Can you see that? You know why? Anywhere in the city crime happens, people come to that screen and they kill each other, and the blood is spilling on that. Can you see that? So really imagine before the screen, people fighting and blood spilling and blood falling off. Good. So on the screen is red color because there's crime happening there. Then we have the smoking ad, and we have here deforestation. Right? So imagine this. Really imagine, we got an idea. We took Mukesh, okay, that fellow who smokes. We took Mukesh, and imagine we took Mukesh to a forest, okay, and we made him sit under a tree and he started smoking. Okay, so people who came to cut the trees, he saw Mukesh smoking, so they also sat with him, they also started smoking, so they all stopped cutting trees. Really imagine this. Okay, imagine below every tree we kept Mukesh there. He said, imagination, we can keep as many Mukesh as possible. Below every tree, we kept Mukesh there. So people who came to cut the trees, they saw Mukesh, they started smoke, or they got frightened looking at him, they ran back. So we stopped deforestation. Can you see that? Really imagine a forest, under every tree is Mukesh smoking, and people who came to cut trees got scared looking at him, they ran back. So how did we stop deforestation? With Mukesh, okay, smoking ad. And then after that, we have hero, right? After smoking ad, it's a hero, right? Right, hero, right? So, and here we have food. Imagine, really imagine. In this example, hero is Mahesh Babu. I showed the photo is Mahesh Babu, right? So really imagine today for lunch. Imagine Mahesh coming to your house and he's bringing your favorite food and you both having lunch. Can you see that? Really imagine today lunchtime, you and Mahesh are going to have lunch together. He's going to bring your favorite food and you both are sharing food and eating. Can you see that? Type yes if you can see that. Sounds good, right? Yeah, okay. And then we have the heroine, right? And we have here water, okay? Imagine as you and Mahesh are eating food, imagine Ileana, the heroine, coming and serving water to you. Can you see that? Yeah, really imagine she's not serving water with a bottle. She's carrying a pot. In your house, she's walking with the pot in her head and she's pouring water from the pot. Ileana pouring water while you're eating food with Mahesh. Good. And after that, we have the villain, and we have here diseases. Imagine all the villains you know are having corona. Okay, just imagine they got corona, they got diseases, and imagine a hospital where all the famous villains are having salines because they have diseases. Can you see that? Good. So imagine all the villains in hospitals with salines because of corona. Okay. After villain, we have the comedian, and we have here jams. For a moment, let's think of Kisan Jam, okay, not traffic jam. For a moment, just think of Kisan Jam. Imagine Brahmanandam is the comedian I showed you there. Imagine his face red in color. We applied full jam on his face. Can you see that? Really imagine the comedian's face, or take any favorite comedian of yours. Imagine the comedian's face full red color, jam just falling off. Can you see that? Good. After comedian, we have interval, and we have here education. Really imagine, friends. The moment interval comes, because you're CS students, you open books and start reading. Really imagine the moment interval came, all of you started doing education because exams are approaching. Okay, so anytime interval comes, you open books and start reading. Can you see that? Good. After interval, we have the popcorn, we have animals and birds. Okay, so we have the popcorn, and we have animals and birds here. Yeah, imagine, really imagine, interval you go out to buy popcorn and imagine lion serving popcorn. Really imagine this. Really imagine a lion serving popcorn to you and a peacock taking money from you. Really imagine this. Lion serving popcorn and peacock taking money because popcorn is served by animals and birds there. Okay. Then we have the Coke and we have land here. Imagine, friends, really imagine that small Coke tin is not red in color, it's green in color. You know why? Because land has become so scarce in India. Even on Coke tins, they're applying mud and they're growing crops there. So really imagine the little Coke tin, crops growing from that tin, and it's in green color. You can imagine you holding a Coke tin and it's in green color because they're using its land. Can you see that type? Yes or no? Good. Then we have climax. Okay, climax, and we have here accidents. Really imagine, friends, this movie has got a funny climax. You know what happened? There generally climax will have fights, right? But in this movie, what happened in the climax? All the villains came, they hit each other with axes, they all died. The hero doesn't have to fight. Imagine all the villains and all the bad gundas and people like that, all the goons, they came, they met with an accident and they all died, and their movie had a happy ending. So special climax, villains die because of accidents. And finally, we have home and we have global warming. Imagine. By the time you went back home after the movie, you were so shocked because you know what happened? Your entire house, your dad remodeled the building into a globe. Imagine, really imagine your house in the shape of a globe. Okay, so you live in a globe now. It's no longer a house. He restructured it into a globe pattern. So you imagine you going into the globe and staying in the globe. Okay, your house is in the model of a globe. Can you see that? Yes or no? Now here's the good news, friends. Now the good news is I told you this answer only once. I told you this answer now only once, but I can bet with you, everybody sitting there, you already remembered the answer and you cannot forget it. Let's check it out. Okay. Okay. So nice. So number one. Okay. So number one is parking area. Uh, Everybody immediately type your answers in the chat box. Number one is parking area. What do you see there? Resources. Fantastic. How can you forget the gold biscuits and how can you forget diamonds there, right? Okay, number two is ticket counter. What do you remember, friends? Ticket counter, what do you remember? Exactly. So you get the job offer in the ticket counter. Number three is entrance door. What do you remember, friends? Entrance door, what do you remember? Exactly. Black smoke coming out from entrance door, pollution. Fantastic. Number four is chairs. What do you see in the chairs? Number four is chairs. What do you see there? How can you forget that, huh? 2000 bundles in the chairs. How can we forget that? And then the screen. What do you see, friends? Screen. What did we see there? Exactly. The red blood there. Screen crime. Fantastic. And then we have the smoking ad. Mukesh, what do you see? Exactly. Smoking ad is deforestation because we made Mukesh sit in the forest, right? Good. And then hero Mahesh. What do you see? Hero Mahesh. How can you forget you having lunch with him, right? And heroine Ileana. What do you see? Heroine Ileana, of course, water. With a pot, remember? With a pot, she comes in pose. All the villains, what do you see? Villains, what do you see? Villains, exactly. Diseases, okay? All the villains, we put them in the hospital with salines, right? Okay, comedian, what do you see? Comedian. Comedian, what do you see? Exactly. Traffic jams, okay? Though it's traffic jam, we remember the face with the jam, right? Good. And interval, what do you do, friends? Interval, what do you do? Interval. Fantastic. CS students, you are CS students. Good. Interval is education. Then we have popcorn. Popcorn, who served us? Popcorn. Animals and birds. Exactly. Okay. The lion and the peacock, right? Animals and birds. And Coke. If you see the Coke tin, what do you see? Coke tin. Coke tin, what is it being used as? Land. Brilliant. Brilliant. Then the climax. What happened in the climax in the movie? Climax, what happened? Exactly. Accidents. Fantastic, friends. And last but not the least, home. When you went back home, what did you see there? Global warming. Brilliant, friends. I want everyone to please pat yourself and type clap in the chat box. You did a brilliant job, friends. Beautiful. Right? Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful. So this, my friends, is called a journey. You can create as many journeys as possible. For example, friends, yeah, for example, look at this room. Okay, I have a door, I have a clock, I have a window, I have a poster, I have a stand, I have an almirah, I have my awards, I have my photo, I have my whiteboard. So this is a room which I cannot forget, right? Because I live in this house, I live in this my office room, so I know what is here, right? So all we have to do is There are 3 rules, friends. Please write down. To make a journey, 3 rules we have to have. 3 rules. Write down rule number 1. Rule 1. Whenever you create a journey, 3 rules you must follow. Write down rule number 1. Create journey at a known place. Number 1, create journey at a known place. You can't go to your friend's house and create a journey there because you may not remember after a few days what order they have arranged things there. But if it's my room, I know it better, right? So like that, you should be a known place. Second rule, write down rule number 2. Rule 1 is known place. Rule number 2, write down journey should be smooth. Rule number 2, journey should be smooth. Friends, when you create a journey, okay, it must be smooth, okay, which means, you know, suppose we start from parking area, we went to ticket counter, entrance door, chairs. There's an order, okay, there's a pattern. This is smooth. From the parking area to your home, we created a smooth journey. You can't write parking area, screen, chairs, home, then ticket counter, then hero. No, we don't do journey like that. It should be in a smooth order. Number 3, the most important one. Number 3, write down, most important, write down, link your keywords of your answer. Please write down, link the keywords of your answer. Link the keywords of your answer. Point number 3. Point number 1 is create a journey at a known place. Point number 2, journey should be smooth. Point number 3, link the keywords of your answer to the journey. Link the keywords of your answer to the journey. Within quotations, write down unusually. That's the main word. Link the keywords of the journey to the answer. So link the keywords of the answer to the journey unusually. Friends, in route map, what is U? Unusual, right? So that's the key, friends. You got link unusually. See, for example, okay, for example, let's say 4 is chairs and we have money, right? So if you imagine, I went to and sat in the chair, I kept my money in my pocket, that's normal. But do you find 2000 bundle there? That's unusual, correct? So for example, hero, number 7 is hero, and we have food here. If you imagine Mahesh Babu eating food, that's normal. But he bringing you food and you both having lunch is unusual. Got it? So you have to link unusually. That's the main thing. Keep it as unusual as possible, friends. You know, I mean, ignite your imaginations and get creative. And believe me, in the examinations, you will not forget a single point, right? So let's see why this journey is so powerful. Remember route map. Look at the slide, friends. Look at the slide. Remember route map. In education, last time we understood we are using only one key called attractive colors, right? While movies using all the keys. Now let's see in journey what happened. Now you answer, friends. In journey, did we use rhythm? Type yes or no. Did we use a music beat? Did we use rhythm? Yes or no? No. Did we use music? No. See, we don't have to use all the 8 keys, right? We had to use only 4 keys, correct? So when we made this journey, we did not sing any songs. We did not use any music, right? So rhythm, we did not use it. Okay. Second one is out of proportion. Big size, small size, did we use it? Yes, we did, right? So we imagined a big gold biscuit there in the parking lot, isn't it? Right? So we imagined like a big bundle of money, right? So good. So that's unusual, right? Number 3 is transformation. Did you transform something into other? Did you transform? Yes. How did you transform? We transformed Coke into land. Remember the Coke tin we transformed into land, right? So we did transformation. Did we use unusual? Of course, yes. Everything we did is unusual, right? Then we have, did we use emotion? Did you cry, friends? Did you cry? Emotion? No, we did not. Did we use movement? Yes. From the parking area to the ticket counter to the theater and back home, we had an imaginative movement, right? Did we use attractive colors? Of course, yes. We imagine everything colorfully. Did we use pictures? Of course, yes. Fantastic. Friends, look at this. How many keys did we use? 6. How many should we actually use? Just 4, right? So that's why, friends, journeys are powerful. Yeah. Super. Friends, thank you so much for today's time. I think, yeah, did you also use emotion? Okay, fine. Then put a tick mark for emotion also. Yeah. Yeah. Can we use the same journey for different topics? Yes, you can use, of course. But my request is create new journeys. Who's stopping you? You can use the same journey for a different topic. Absolutely, yes. Don't worry about that. But my suggestion to you would be create more journeys, friends. So here's my assignment to you, friends, today. If I can give you a small homework, okay? Can I give you a small homework? This is my assignment to you. I want all of you today. Uh, First assignment is make a table. Today, make a table of activity, right? Plan your activities first. That's the first thing. Second thing, today, I want you to take any one important topic, create some cute journey at your place or anywhere, and try to link unusually and try to create a journey, friends. You know, when you do this, two advantages. First advantage, you activate your right brain, you can make that subject easy. Second thing, if you get stuck somewhere, tomorrow you can ask me, I can help you, right? So try creating a journey. And by the way, before we stop this session today, I want all of you to do one last step. You wrote journey, right? You wrote previously in your book, you wrote parking area, ticket counter, entrance. You wrote all this journey, right? 15 points. Now I want everyone to take 1 minute time and write down the answer. Besides parking area, write down natural resources. Besides ticket counter, write down jobs. Like that, please write all the answers. Right now. Do it right now. Try to write the answer. Let's see how much you remember. Okay. You try to wake up at 6 and you wake up at 6 for a week and then you don't, right? I'll tell you why. Because I want to know the reason why you want to wake up. What is the reason you want to wake up? If that reason is not strong, you may go back to your old habit again, right? Okay. Now, what is power nap? Power nap is very simple, friends. Power nap is just, relaxing your mind and body just by just sleeping for little time. Okay. The best way of power nap is visual meditation, by the way. And thank you, friends, all of you who have watched my visual meditation, who tried it. Some of you have sent me the feedback that it really helped you. I'm so happy for you. And those of you who have not done visual meditation yet, friends, believe me, it's a very powerful tool to put your mind back on track. So please try visual meditation. And if you don't have the link, you can contact me on my WhatsApp at 903 000 1012. I repeat, 903 000 1012 is my WhatsApp number. You can contact me there and I'll send you the link of visual meditation. And those of you who have it, please keep doing it regularly, right? So friends, how many of you wrote all the 15 points correctly? Type 50 in the chat box. Wow. See, so that's the beauty. Awesome. Awesome. Very good. So friends, try journey and I'll see you again. Yeah. If you have missed 1 or 2 points, please don't worry. You just learned it today. It's just a little practice is all required. Yeah, sure. I'm sure you'll never forget Mahesh Babu coming and having lunch with you for a lifetime, right? Okay, good. Right. So friends, see you tomorrow again at 10 a.m. in the morning. Till then, have a great life ahead. Please do the homeworks. If you get stuck, I'm there to help you tomorrow. And tomorrow's the last day. We are done with holiday secrets J. We'll continue with the M. Remember J and M. J is journey. We'll continue with the M tomorrow, and then we'll go into examinations and powerful mindset. All that is waiting for you tomorrow. But till then, have a great day ahead. Thank you. Over to Vijayawada branch.